ear infection something to be ashamed of. We shouldn't treat mental health conditions any differently. So I would like to urge every one of you present here, let us be an ambassador in creating awareness and in promoting and protecting our own mental health, as well as reaching out to people who are in need of our health. And I'm so happy that so many young physicians are present here. And in Nagaland, especially in the state of Nagaland, we see stigma, we treat people differently when it comes to mental health issues. Each one of us, especially someone with mental health issues, they cannot go and openly or without any second thought, they cannot go and seek treatment. Why? Because there's still stigma in our society. So I hope that the young physicians who are present here, we will collaborate together, we would work together to eliminate that stigma. So let us join together and be an agent of change, proactive agent of change in promoting, protecting mental health, and also helping people with mental health issues, as mental health is a universal human right.
To celebrate this day, and it won't be wrong if I say that we have a lot of clinical days as well as other days in a year for celebration, and today is the first day that NIMSAR is celebrating the World Mental Health Day. It's an awareness day, it's a day for public service, it's a day for patient care, it's a day for the community, it's a day for the nation, it's a day for the global impact. So it's indeed an important day for us who are on this planet. I'm extremely grateful to Dr. Pramesh for being the mentor for many of the students who have consulted him for their presentations. He has taken deep interest in the celebration of this activity. I am extremely grateful to all the faculty and the doctors, residents, tutors of NIMSAR and NHK for taking up this initiative ahead. I am also very grateful to my staff, whom you can see, they are working day and night, and congratulations my children who have really taken an initiative to take part in this program. Now, I'm not talking the vote of thanks, I just wanted to, this came from the bottom of my heart, and suddenly I remembered that I'm not here for giving the vote of thanks and rather giving a short speech. Now see, in this banner you can see a green ribbon. And this green ribbon, it signifies, you will see such green ribbons even for the HIV/AIDS. So this green ribbon actually signifies the mental health, the trichotillomania, which is actually the human body doing the repetitive behavior. And this is very important. I'm sure many of you may be highlighting this in your slide. And just to cut short, because I always want happiness in studying. Studying should be enjoyable, studying should be collaborative, studying should be fun, and not taking it very seriously, but to maintain the, many people will be, a group will be speaking on the ADHD. I'm not going to talk on that, but to be focused, focus with enjoyment makes studying worthwhile. And of course, I will tell you, because you may know, may not know, there are a few very good films which are there regarding this mental health awareness. To start with the latest one, which is Oppenheimer. Many of you might have seen it. There are a lot of ethical issues as well as mental issues. Oppenheimer is an eye-opener for all of us. There are films like The Odd Couple. If possible, see it, it is there. And recently I saw one film that is The Turtles All the Way Down. It's a very good film. Now all these actually, if you read mental health, you will read it. So it is for your knowledge gain. As I say, it's cognitive. But you have to develop the psychomotor skills as well as the attitudinal skills, for which you need to see these films, you need to see the videos, and you need to interact more.
And this year the theme is widely chosen. Mental health is a universal right. So I'm extremely happy to be here because one of the participants. I don't feel myself as a special guest, but it's my own family, so I just want to share a few of my thoughts to you as we celebrate together. When we talk about health, we all know WHO definition of health is a complete state of physical, mental, social, spiritual well-being, not merely presence or absence of infirmity. We can easily capture or differentiate the physical well-being, social well-being, mental well-being. But sometimes we find very difficult to define the spiritual well-being, which is the fourth spectrum of the concept of health. Well, friends, as I've said, 10 October is globally celebrated as a World Mental Health Day. The main objective is to identify or to create awareness about the mental health problem and sensitize those individuals who experience mental health problems. In the earlier past, we usually consider that when a person is having some mental disorder, we straight away jump that he or she is possessed by devil, and we really discriminate that without knowing the status of individual or the causative factors of the mental disorder. According to the expert, there are three main mental disorders in our society today. Number one is anxiety disorders, depressions, and post-traumatic stress disorders. In our society, these disorders is very common because there are 5 risk factors. Number one is, of course, any mental disorders is related to, we have to rule out some genetic predisposing factors. Number two is, usually anxiety depressions are experienced by homeless and unemployment problem. Number three is alcohol and drug use related cases. Number four, discrimination and racial injustice and family conflict, stressful life events. This we usually encounter in the societies. Counselors, psychiatrists, and we medical professionals will usually encounter such mental disorders in our society. We often neglect others' silent mental disorders, thinking that attending prayer or attending the temple will relieve their mental disorders. We hardly ponder how stressful life the individual is struggling in society. So, I would like to share some of the tips to have a positive mental health issues in our life. All of us, let us not keep mum. Talk about our own feelings. Talk your feelings. to your friends, to your family members. Keep on talking, share the problems. That is how communications, sharing of our emotions, overcome some of our, hidden depressions or loneliness in our lifetime. Keep ourselves active in our activities so that we will never feel lonely. Number 3 is we should eat and bring healthy food habits.
From Group 1, standing here to present on the topic suicide. Do you ever know if the last time you hugged someone might be the very last time? Suicide is the intentional and self-inflicted way of ending one's own life, and its result can be tragic and fatal. Every 40 seconds, a life is lost to suicide, making it a global epidemic. India loses about a leg of its population every year to suicide. In the last few years, suicide rate of India has increased enormously. According to analytical statistics, the suicide rate of India on 2019 was 10.4. For Nagaland, thanks to various NGOs and governmental organizations, suicide rate has declined to 1.9 as per 2019 census of NCBR. This chart shows states with highest number of suicide rate, and Maharashtra stands on top with 13.6% in various factors. While it is important to note that not everyone who experiences these factors will commit suicide, but may contribute to high risk. Here we have 4 points, and the first one, pre-existing mental health condition, marks as the most significant risk factor for suicide because it includes mental health issues like depression, the bipolar, etc. They mask their pain as a way of fear of judgment. Suicide is not a single illness, but a fatal complication that can arise from social, medical consequences, and psychological impacts. Stigmatization, increased number of self-harm by an individual, and guilt among families and friends can also be seen here. According to studies conducted by Harvard, about 82% of people end up using firearms, 61.4% by suffocation, 43% by poisoning, and other 10% by other ways. For solution, we have conventional treatments and we have unconventional treatments. For conventional, we have CBT, medications, and for immediate hospitalization may also be necessary for people. For unconventional, specifically talking about the ketogenic diet, preliminary findings suggest that high fat, low carbohydrate may approach neurotransmitter levels, potentially elevating their mental health. While we look at the solutions, it is also very important to note the ways of prevention. Here our group has prepared a list of mental health organizations under Kohima and also the programs available for the people.
So first question will be suicide, which sex group is more common, male or female? Can anyone say?
Oh yeah, so in terms of sexes, the suicide rate is more in male.
Okay, you have shown the Harvard study. So in India, which mode of suicide is most common?
In India, the most common ways of suicide is due to family problems, and
Mode of
the mode of death is basically hanging by rope.
The place where in which the suicide is common is in Andhra Pradesh. So did you look into the reason why that is most important? Why it is more in Andhra Pradesh?
The group, I can see all 10 of you, which is indeed a pleasure. I congratulate the presenter and I can make out the team-based learning which you have utilized. I have 2 questions. One is, have you heard of suicidal attacks, terrorist attacks?
First is depression, and the following slide shows the order in which I will be presenting. As it is well known and experienced by many of us, depression is a common and serious medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. It causes feelings of persistent sadness and loss of interest in activities that you normally enjoy. There are several types of depression, 2 of which are Psychotic depression. It is a disorder in which a person experiences psychotic symptoms, that is delusions, together with the sadness and the hopelessness associated with depression. In the survey, around 14% of the 15 to 24-year-olds in India reported frequently feeling depressed or disinterested. The impact on India has been severely felt. According to WHO, the rate of increasing prevalence of depression among young people is attributed by many factors like academic stress and family conflicts. Surveys have shown that depression has led to a decrease in the overall performance and productivity of employees in the work sector, further leading to a negative impact on the economic sector. This slide shows the distribution of depressive disorders across the country, with Tamil Nadu being the state with the highest cases with 836 per 1 lakh.